Hey guys, Super Science Sensei here, and today we are going to be looking at Primeape as a safe swap. Now, Primeape is one of my favorite mons to use, and we're going to take a look at two sets that I did over the beginning of Season 7, and we're going to look at how Primeape functions. Now, Primeape as a safe swap works really well when the meta is highly steel favored or there are multiple targets like strong normals that are there. The less charm users there are, Primeape does well. Even against psychic types, it can hit well with Night Slash, and even against flyers like Skarmory, you can destroy him with close combat. Whenever you notice that the meta can use a strong counter user that isn't always in the lead, you might want to think about using Primeape just because it hits really hard. It's a little bit it's a much bulkier than Surfetched, and it has really good matchups against Charmers relative to the other fighters just because of how hard close combat will hit. We're going to try to look at these two sets and see how well it does. Not every set's going to be a win, and you can even see my record as we go through the rankings. So let's take a dive and look at the sets. I'm going to highlight the two sets I thought were the most fun to watch, and we'll see how we go from there. So Ape really works well with Galarian Stunfisk and Alolan Ninetales because the Galarian Stunfisk doesn't need that many shields. The Alolan Ninetales can work as a closer, and as we said before, Primeape's a safe swap. Inside this matchup here, the Ferrothorn and the Stunfisk is relatively neutral. Obviously, both the Earthquake and the Power Whip can hit for neutral. So I'm just going to build up for the Earthquake. I don't care about the shields because if I can get to a shield advantage for Primeape, it's going to lead me to have a great situation just because the energy is very useful. Um, our Alolan Ninetales is running Charm, so they go into the Azumarill, and little they know that inside this matchup, again with my team, uh, going with G-Fist against the Azumarill is relatively good for me. And also, if I can hit them with a single Earthquake or force them to use a shield, my Alolan Ninetales is going to have a great time because as long as I decide to double shield the moves, Alolan Ninetales is going to win against Azumarill. So we knew that they weren't going to have a Hydro there because it wasn't 7 bubbles. We're just going to keep using our charms. We're probably going to shield right here if they have Ice Beam, but they don't even make it to it. They die. We have a buttload of energy. We're going to see what they go in with. I'm pretty sure they might want to go for the Ferrothorn if they have a Steel move, and we can pressure it with the Weather Balls. So they go into their Ninetales, and I assumed that it was going to be a Ferrothorn, which was a mistake. We go for the Weather Ball. We don't do much damage because it's not very effective, but since we do have a Charmer with a move, I try to make it to the Psyshock there, but die to the farm down. So just to make sure that they use their energy on not Primeape, I'm going to let my Galarian Stunfisk go down here. He's going to take the damage, and now we're going to see the Ape go. Now, you look at how much damage that counter is doing. We are just farming. We are farming for days. We put a farmer hat on that Primeape because it's ready to just gather energy. I'm going to shield this Weather Ball and just gain as much energy as I can because I know that Ferrothorn is not going to have a good time. He needs to have 2 moves to kill me. So we throw a Night Slash right away. I know close combat is more super effective, but we don't want to reduce our defenses just yet. So that we force them to throw the Power Whips in case they do have Mirror Shot. So we throw Night Slash. We throw another Night Slash. They need, since they didn't shield that first one, they're now a little scared, a little bit in trouble. They shield again. And if I look at the HP, as long as I can counter them down, I should win here. I'm not going to go for Night Slash because Night Slash is just going to waste my time. So I shield and I hope that I can farm it down before I die. Let's see if we can make it. And bam! We kill it before it's able to get to the second Power Whip, and that's why we win. So they die with the shield, and we take the victory for the first one. That's pretty pog. Looks pretty good. So, one great thing about Primeape compared to other fighters is that the counter damage is really high. And so we are able to get some nice farm downs. Okay, let's see what happens here. So we have our Galarian Stunfisk, and they have a Skarmory lead. This is amazing for us. Skarmory can't hit us really hard with any of its moves, and we just can throw Rock Slides. We can even get excess energy. As I said before, our Galarian Stunfisk is arguably a good answer for Azumarill, and as long as we could pressure a shield or get HP with Earthquake, we don't mind switching to the Alolan Ninetales after. So we switch into Alolan Ninetales after taking the shield. And now we know that we can use shields to get the switch advantage. We don't, inside situations like this, we don't mind using shields on a Alolan Ninetales to guarantee the victory because we don't need the shields for the Galarian Stunfisk against Skarmory. That's how positive the matchup is, and that's why we play in that manner. We see how low bubbles it takes. We know it cannot be a Hydro Pump, so we absorb at least one move. We don't waste our shield, and we're just going to keep farming. Now, if they don't shield this Psyshock, we will charm them down before they get to a move. If they do shield, then we could use the shield, and then we'll still charm them down. So either way, this is an advantageous situation for us. Charm, charm, and gone. Okay. Skarmory comes back out. Skarmory can get as much farm as it wants. We do not care. We go for the Weather Ball. Get some chip damage. They're probably not going to shield. It would be very surprising to see that. And let's see. Neutral damage, not the best damage, but you see that Skarmory is now going to go to half. So now Rock Slide really threatens it, and it's on a timer. So they go to a Shadow Venusaur. And here's the thing about Shadow Venusaur. It needs to shield. We can't absorb this Frenzy. We need a shield if we want to do some work here. And if they don't shield the Night Slash, they're going to have a bad time. They get an extra Vine Whip through, which is pretty horrible for us, but it's okay. If we get the boost here, there's a 1 in 8 chance that we get the attack boost. We don't get it, but that's okay. The fact that we force a shield and the fact that our Galarian Stunfisk has energy is good. They're trying to overfarm. We get the Night Slash. Look at how much this is going to chunk. So our counters aren't very effective, but look at that Venusaur's HP drop. Oh, that is not good. We get the boost, but we don't have a shield, so the poor ape is going to go down. But look at that Shadow Venusaur. Oh, so beautiful. We get to free farm because it's free farming. Now, the Skarmory has no options to win here. Even if it gets 2 Brave Birds, we're going to be A-okay. And if it does Brave Bird, it will die to a Rock Slide. You see those Sky Attacks don't matter. We build up to 2 Rock Slides and guarantee its death here by hitting 2 Rock Slides to finish it off. The way that this team works is that Primeape either becomes the star of the show or it is the facilitator for the other mons to carry. The line is based off the idea that Galarian Stunfisk doesn't need that many shields. Alola Ninetales sometimes needs a shield, but more importantly, can win against certain teams if they're not prepared to deal with a Charmer that can throw moves. And Primeape, though he needs shields to function, his ability to pressure shields or just do a lot of damage is very solid. One cool thing about the team is that the Stunfisk and Primeape don't share weaknesses, and that's really nice. Okay, Stunfisk Mirror. There's a lot of different ways to play this. A lot of people play it differently, and you gotta kind of change it up because you don't want to be too predictable. If you always play the Stunfisk Mirror the same way every single time, then you're gonna have a rough time. So I saw that I didn't have an Earthquake when they threw, so that means they threw early, and there's no reason for me at all to shield. So I throw an Earthquake right away, knowing that they're going to throw a Rock Slide, and they don't shield. Ooh, and we farm it down. That is rough. Meganium's here to play. Both things at the back beat Meganium. So Primeape with shields can beat Meganium. So can Alolan Ninetales. So that is great for us. We throw the Rock Slides. Okay, so you don't throw Earthquake even though it's more energy, just because Rock Slide is the better move against Meganium. So we throw Rock Slides, and we're going to let the Fisk go down because we want to farm with either our Alolan Ninetales or Meganium. We don't waste our shields. We save the shields here. It might have 2 Frenzy Plant loaded because it has a lot of energy, and we can't make it to the next Rock Slide. That's perfectly fine. So we're going to go to the Ape. We know we will easily commit a shield without worry because we'll counter it before it gets both shields away. And whatever's in the back, it has to deal with a loaded Primeape and a Charmer. So we'll see how this goes. So we punch, we punch, we punch. And there we go. It has 2 shields. 1 versus 2, and it's a Mandibuzz. Okay, Mandibuzz can get charmed down. We throw the close combat because it's neutral and it's a big boy stab. So Mandibuzz is known as the Flying Umbreon, right? Look at that neutral damage, taking it down to 50 freaking percent. Amazing. And now we just charm. We don't even have to shield this move right here because it won't kill us. No singular move from the low attack stat Mandibuzz can do any damage to our Alolan Ninetales. Like, look at that. And we just got a free charm down. So that was really, really a nice attempt by our opponent, but we had two things at the back that kind of wreck that poor Mandibuzz, and also Meganium. So our backline just happened to beat theirs. But yeah, the cool thing about this team is that all three Mons have the ability to close a match. All three Mons are threatening in different ways, but the Galarian Stunfisk generally doesn't need shields, which allows us to decide whether or not we want to spend shields on our Primeape or spend shields on our Alolan Ninetales. Okay, Swampert. This is a horrible lead. We insta-swap to Primeape. Primeape and Alolan Ninetales can deal with this. And they switch to Skarmory. Okay, this is one of my favorite matchups with Primeape, because if they don't know, then we got to teach them. Primeape, you can build to 2 close combats every single time you'll make it, and you throw 2 close combats. If they don't shield twice, their Skarmory dies. And because they didn't throw right away and we win CMP, yeah, we're at 1 HP right here, but this is going to be a 2 shields to 0 shields unless they let their Skarmory die. And they didn't know. Skarmory's dead. Primeape confirmed Skarmory counter. Look it up. It's one of 2 fighters in the game that can do it. The only other fighter that can do this is Shadow Machamp. Okay, bam, we die to the Galvantula, but Galarian Stunfisk is one of the best Spooter counters in the game. You throw 1 real Rock Slide to do big damage, and you can farm it down the rest of the way. And none of these moves will hurt. Their best move against you is Lunge, and you laugh. You just laugh at them. If they don't shield here, they're going to lose 80% plus of their life, and we can farm them down without wasting a single shield. So let's see what they decide. They don't shield it. Look at, they're in far down range. I switched to my Alolan Ninetales. I can just double shield. If I just double shield here, no matter what they throw, they automatically lose. Because our Stunfisk is safe, and we can just charm it down. I throw this just to waste their last shield, so that if I do get Sludge Waved and or somehow lose this matchup, my Galarian Stunfisk will be able to throw a Rock Slide to kill. And that should be GG. I shield it anyway, just in case it is Sludge Wave. Make the match a little faster. Charm kills a little bit faster than the G-Fist will. And so we win this match because Primeape won the swap against what they thought is a counter by either taking away 2 shields or just straight up killing the Skarmory. And due to the close combats, we lower our defenses to have even less farm against us. Wow, Primeape, what a beast. What a beautiful, beautiful angry monkey. Altaria lead, amazing for us. And even if they switch out, we have something in the back that could crush it. So they go to Dugong. And we could instantly go to Primeape, but because we were a little slow, we want them to throw energy on our G-Fist. Our G-Fist has play against both this Dugong and the Altaria. So we're going to wait for them to throw an Icy Wind or a Water Pulse. So let's see them throw right here. We don't shield because it won't kill us no matter which move they throw. Absorb the energy. And, well, we didn't switch. Okay, we're just going to double Rock Slide. Okay, that's, okay, past me. You do your thing. You do your thing past me. Rock Slide, we got a shield. That's amazing for us. Now we're ahead in the shields. And they don't know if our Primeape will have Ice Punch or Night Slash yet. So that's got to be nice information. They throw a second Icy Wind. Our damage is debuffed. We switch out, and now we're going to try to punch this thing down before we die. We're willing to use a shield, and we kill it before it gets the Icy Wind. Straight farm down. Ah, that's a Charizard. They don't know if we have Ice Punch or Night Slash. We farm to double, because now they are forced to use a shield or lose their Charizard, and our Alolan Ninetales will finish off that Altaria 100% of the time. So look at that. We took half of this HP, right? We throw another. They shield. They have no shields left, right? And look at this. They can farm as much as they want. We can double shield here. We're guaranteed to win. Double shield. Shield. There we go. I'm like, what the heck? So we shield. They throw a blast burn. We kill this with a night slash. So Primeape is able to farm down a Dugong, take away the last shield, and kill a Charizard. And now we switch 3 ball, 1 shield. That poor Altaria has no chance against this Charmer, and that's GG. So the beauty of Primeape is that because of how hard Primeape hits, it will take away shields from most things. Very few things resist both Dark and Fighting. That's why Scrafty is also very strong. But Primeape hits harder than Scrafty due to the fact that close combat chunks. Even against Charmers like Wigglytuff, it does not appreciate a 70% of their HP bar close combat. And we go 5-0 in this first set. Really good showcase of a safe swap Primeape and how it can really take over matches by gaining shields and gaining advantages for the team. Now let's go up for our next set. So as you guys can see, we went 3-2, 5-0, 4-1. We did have one negative set with a 2-3. We aren't ashamed to show that sometimes we lose a few more than we win. Sometimes you get good matchups, sometimes you get bad matchups, sometimes different things happen. But it's always about being able to come back from bad leads. It's always about having the chance and opportunity to win. And it's about having fun. We're still going positive. If you look at the numbers, we're already positive for the day. So let's see how we do on the final set of the day. Primeape still, once again, our safe swap. We know how this team's supposed to work. We have the Galarian Stunfisk not using shields. We have the Alolan Ninetales as a closer with Charm. And we have Primeape as a safe swap, sometimes a closer, depending on the situation, with big hitting moves like Night Slash, Close Combat. Night Slash, if you guys don't forget, 1 in 8 chance to buff to get a stacked stage increase. If you don't like Night Slash, you're allowed to use Ice Punch, but I would highly suggest Close Combat because Close Combat is what makes Primeape special. And lets it have the damage. Now, Surf Fetch actually hits a bit harder than Primeape. It wins CMP against Primeape, so it can win in a 1-on-1. But it has 20 or so less HP. So compared to Primeape, it will actually do worse against Skarmory. As I told you before, Primeape always can win against Skarmory in a 1 shield or 0 shield scenario, or force them to use 2 shields to 1. While Surf Fetch doesn't make it to the second close combat before it gets farmed down. So let's look at these matches now. We go into the final set, and let's see how we go. Stunfisk on Stunfisk once again. These mirrors can go either way. Sometimes it works out really well for you. Sometimes it doesn't. This time we decided to go for the Earthquake right away. We win CMP, or they were going for extra mud shots. We're unsure, but that means our Galarian Stunfisk is probably a little worse. They shield right away. And this is probably a Earthquake. Now, sometimes I don't shield this because I know that Primeape can deal, but they bait us with the Rock Slide, and our heart sinks. We're behind in energy. This is probably an Earthquake. We probably get into really close to farm down range. If not, just die right here. Okay, we are not dead just yet. We gotta go for it, and we get to the Earthquake. They're probably gonna double shield, but at least both their shields will be gone. Yeah, shielding that Rock Slide felt horrible, but at least they're down 2 shields now. Primeape can't take an Earthquake that well. Okay, they switch out. They shouldn't have swapped like that because they give away switch. And now I'm just gonna farm. I'm gonna farm and not waste any shields on my Alolan Ninetales, which loses to the Galarian Stunfisk, and we're just gonna farm this Mana Buzz all the way down, gain as much energy as we can, and see if we can use our energy advantage to beat what's in the back. This won't kill us, so we're not shielding. We're going to be very low, which means the Stunfisk gets even less energy than it wants to have. And we're going to have almost 2 Weather Balls ready. Let's see what they bring in. So what they're doing is they're waiting out the swap clock so they can switch out if they need to. I see a Psychic type. We instantly throw our Weather Ball. And this is a little rough for us because Hypno is really bad for Primeape. Can kill. Oh, then Shadow Hypno. Oh, lordy. I'm not sure if we make it to the second. Oh, we barely make it to the second Weather Ball. Okay, so Shadow Hypno kills Primeape, I think, inside 4, maybe 5 confusions. it's a really rough time. But a Night Slash will do work. We instant swap. Oh, and they get into the Stun Fist. Real smart play. So now we're gonna need excess energy because if that Night Slash hit the Hypno, we would actually kill it from there. Look at how much damage those Confusions did. Okay. This is really rough. So they're probably gonna bait with a Rock Slide, but I don't want to take a Rock Slide from here. I'm gonna shield and see if we can farm down and Night Slash the Hypno. Let's see if we can make it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1 HP. And this Rock Slide will kill us probably. So we tried our best. We did what we could. Oh my gosh, Primeape's too tanky. Primeape's too tanky. We have the 1 HP Night Slash stream. Well, that Confusion doesn't do any damage because we're gonna get the Night Slash off, and we instantly destroy the Shadow Hypno. Confirmed counter Primeape. Look at that. Look at that. Farm down the energy. Big win for Primeape there. Clutching it out, taking the win. We even got a follow on the stream that time. Woo! That was a crazy match. Unbelievable. Can't believe it actually did that. Primeape, even against Psychic types, can do, and Ghost types. So Primeape, even against Alolan, Marowak, and Hypno, even though the Hypno does big damage, and even though the Alolan Marowak resists counters, because you have Night Slash, you can do super effective damage to them. And because you do super effective damage to them, they sometimes are forced to shield. And if you could get 2 Night Slashers off, they'll get into farm down range for either your Alolan Ninetales or Galarian Stunfisk. Primeape isn't always the closer. Primeape is our safe swap. He's more there to facilitate and help the rest of the team do well by gaining shield advantages, pressure, or energy for any of these other mons. Match is starting off. We have our Stunfisk against a Swampert. Horrible matchup. Once again, we insta go to our Primeape. Alolan Ninetales can also deal with this later. That's the reason why we're able to swap right away. We see the Skarmory, because Swampert and Skarmory is a super common peanut butter jelly duo. This person decides to throw, so we will shield, build up to 2 close combats, and throw. You do this every single time if you have the Primeape. You will force the Skarmory to either double shield or die. And, you know, death is an... Oh, okay. So because that Air Slash went through, we're going to take a bonus damage Air Slash to our face, making us 1 hit from dead. But we throw the second close combat anyway. We don't care that we lower our defenses here. Because the less HP we have, the less farm down their Swampert will get when they go for this farm down right here. Alright, and we still keep tapping because we want to do as much counter damage to the Swampert or wherever they decide to farm us down with. It's Swampert, they do farm us down, they only get 2 mud shots, which is critical. We go to our Alolan Ninetales, which is our second counter, and as long as we can shield the Sludge Wave, we're okay. We don't shield the Sludge Wave, we're a sad panda. We do shield the Sludge Wave, we can win this by charming it down. And it was a Sludge Wave, and yeah, oh gosh, and they have Toxicroak. Yeah, I think we lose this one, guys. So the thing about Toxicroak is the only thing that hurts it is the Mud Shots and the Earthquake. And it has a shield up. If it didn't have a shield up, we'd be in a slightly better position. But they have 1 shield. They just shield this and punch us down. And even if they don't punch us down, they have a Swampert in the back. They shield the Earthquake, and they're just going to counter us down. You can't win them all, folks. Sometimes they have things to counter your squad, and that's a-okay. We take the L's just as much as we take the wins, and we just try to go for it next time. Things we might have been able to do that match is obviously shield the Sludge Wave, because if we shield the Sludge Wave, the Toxicroak would have to go all the way to a Sludge Bomb, and we would probably have the energy to throw a Weather Ball, force the last shield, and possibly be able to kill both of them with a Galarian Stunfisk. Would have been really close. We still probably lose, but at least that's what we take away from that match and try to do for the next time we see it. Oh my gosh, we see a Swampert again. So we're going again to Primeape, and they switch this time to a Venusaur. Now, the thing about Venusaur is that because it's not Shadow, it doesn't take as much damage, but still can kill us with a Frenzy. We kind of like seeing Shadow better than regular here, but look at that Night Slash damage. It's neutral. It's not even that great of a move, and they over farm, so we gotta force a shield here. Oh man, this is not good for them. Let's see. They shield. That's great. That's what we wanted to see. I think we might just let him go down here because he's done his job. He forced a shield and he took it to low. So, Primeape, you've done well. Thank you. Thank you, friend. So now, because of how low it is, we can charm down this Venusaur if we commit a singular shield, which is fine because we got a shield advantage when the Night Slash went through, and then later we get to farm it down with charms and have energy for whatever comes next. Now we have a loaded Alola Ninetales. They bring out the Swampert. That's very interesting. They're probably weak to A-Tails in the back. We keep that in mind as we progress forward. Oh, they didn't even shield the Weather Ball. Oh, I think they may have lagged there. I didn't see them tapping right away. This could be a Sludge Wave. Either way, we shield, because if it's not, we could take a Hydro Cannon just fine. And it wasn't even Sludge Wave, it was Earthquake. Nothing to be scared of. We farm it down. They surrender. They must have had Scrafty or something super weak to charm in the back. So, GG. Okay. Let's see what they have. We start out once again with a Galarian Stunfisk. They have an Obstagoon, which is horrible for our lead, but good for our Primeape, which does double effective damage. That Goon stayed in way too long. We have so much energy, and Lapras is not the answer you want to have for Primeape. It's still Ice type. It takes bonus damage from our fighting. We're going to throw a Night Slash because we don't need a bait. As long as we force shields, we can counter this sucker down. They shield. Oh, we're shielding up. We are definitely shielding up. So we shield, and we know that we have another Night Slash on the way. If they don't shield it, we're just going to counter it down. So we have a few more counters in. Oh my gosh. We have so much energy. We have so much energy. Let's see. So Night Slash, double Night Slash automatically kills no matter whether or not they shield. They do shield. We get the boost! So we are shielding here. We're not going to throw our energy. We're just going to farm it down now. Because these counters are now going to hit like a truck. Goodbye. We got to the close combat. We don't know what's coming in. We have no shields. We have low HP. We're going to call close combat blindly. They send in a Machamp. Goodbye, Machamp. That's a Machamp now. Because it's going to be gone in one blow. And it was Shadow. It's super dead. They still have Obstagoon. And we take the 1v3. There's no way. Like, 1 HP. 1v3 Primeape, and that's why we do it, dude. Primeape is so good. Just took a 1v3 sweep on our opponents. Wow. The Primeape, we gotta give him a broom, because boy is he good at sweeping. Holy crud. Now, granted, the reason why we were able to get that 1v3 was because the Lapras, A, they should have gone in with Shadow Machamp instead of Lapras, and B, they stayed in way too long with the Obstagoon. Right? My Primeape was already switch locked, so they could have just gone with Machamp and countered us down and make it even. But because of the method they decided to go with, that was really rough for them. Okay, last match. Let's see how we go. Stunfisk on Stunfisk. That mirror once again. Sometimes you can bait with Rock Slide. Sometimes you just go Earthquake every single time. Let's see if this is a game where we never bait. Okay, we don't bait. We go directly for the Earthquake. Let's see what they decide to do. If they don't shield, that'd be awesome. They shielded. Okay. Do we shield? We don't shield. We decided we don't care. This time, yeah, you can Rock Slide if you want. Oh, and it was a Rock Slide. That's amazing. They're feeling bad about life right now. We're feeling great. We farm. We shield this time in case they do use the Earthquake. Even if it's not, we'll make it, because this will force the second shield or kill it as we go for the second Earthquake. This allows us to beat them here as far as energy goes. So they baited twice. We don't care. If they go for another bait, we don't mind if we get hit by an Earthquake. They double shield. That's fine. Having one shield is good enough of an advantage, especially for Primeape. They have to throw Earthquake. They can't overfarm too much. And so we know that they'll take a few mud shots before they can do anything. We don't shield there. We go in. Primeape comes in hot. And we start farming. Okay. So we know that because of how many turns that takes, there's a chance it could be an Earthquake. So we shield, and it was a Rock Slide bait. Because the bait, we cannot allow them to get 3 mud shots. So we do 2 counters into a Night Slash to finish it off. We don't want it to Earthquake us and win the game off of that, so we kill it with a Night Slash. We are waiting to see what comes in the back. It's a Jellicent, and we have no shields. Jellicent is a ghost type, so our counters are double resisted, but we don't care. We're just going to hit the Night Slash and see. There goes half its life. We get the boost, and so we're going to try to go for the double. Oh my gosh, we got to 2 Night Slashes before they got to the Shadow Ball. They're trying to OHKO us. Because of this, we kill this Jellicent right away. Bingo bango. Wombo combo, and they have an Umbreon in the back. We're going to go for the close combat. If they throw the move and kill us early, we don't mind. This is a foul play because they needed one more to get to the last resort, so I don't think we die because we resist. Oh, Dark Pulse. Oh, we resist, and we get the close combat. Goodbye, Umbreon. This is super effective, and we get 2 1v3 sweeps back to back. There we go. Primeape. What a beast. Now, real quick before we leave here, we take the 4-1 for the final set. Just want you guys to look at what Primeape can do. So Primeape is a very, very strong mon. Has the ability to, as a safe swap, to pressure shields. When you use, and you do decide to commit shields on it, it has the ability to kill certain mons. Night Slash is really good against ghosts and psychics, even though there's no stab. And the close combat does big chunks, able to, as you guys saw, take out that Umbreon from like 60%, which like nothing takes out Umbreon for 60%, right? So with that said, whenever you guys see the meta where a counter user is strong, where dark types and steel types are prevalent, and where the fairies aren't super common, Primeape is a great mon to have in the safe swap to come in and take those wins. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.